Finally winter. It's so cold. Every week their cleaning lady, she comes over, and from the very first week, the only way we could communicate was through Google Translate because she only speaks German, and at the time I knew not a lick of German. So I thought that was funny. We literally had a conversation back and forth through Google Translate, and we could not understand each other at all. And now, a few weeks down, we're like pushing maybe the second month, and now I somewhat understand what she's saying. She's still not really trying that much to understand English, but it's okay. I'm trying to understand her so I can like have somewhat of a conversation. And even though it's just like little baby words like it's kalt, or sehr kalt, which is it's very cold, and I don't know, going here or there, it still feels nice to be able to communicate with her. Yeah, okay. I haven't gone shopping in so long. Just looking at this stuff is making me want to cry. Look, it's so pretty and cheap. You know those girls that wear shorts and skirts in the winter? I've never ever understood that, but I've been somewhat curious to try it. So I see these, and they claim to be weather censored tights. So I'm gonna try them, and let's see how this goes. I don't know why. I think it's like so cute to wear like a skirt during the winter, like with tights, and then like you have your little fall boots. Like, I'm gonna be cute this winter. I'm gonna try to like be cute on a budget. That's always the strategy. Cute on a budget. So y'all remember this guy? The guy that put my name on a sweater. So since then, let me give you a little update. Since then, he had texted me, and I don't know, it really just wasn't sitting right in my heart. So like I told him about it, and how like I just really didn't appreciate that, and whether or not you actually feel that way, I just don't think that was the right way to go about it. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna throw it away, and I appreciated that. But I don't know, something in me, I still just couldn't talk to him after that. So the next time when he texts me, I kind of just left it alone. And I feel a way about like cutting people completely off unless they did something like either super annoying, or they were just like, I don't know, like aggressive, not listening, blah blah blah. But like, you know, he was cool for the most part until then. Long story short, my WhatsApp application, it restarted, so I wound up not having his number anyway. So even if I wanted to text him, I couldn't, because I literally didn't have it. Not that I wanted to. Anyway, fast forward to today, I decided to do something a little different. I met up with one of my friends from school because she was going to help me try to find where I can exchange money, because I haven't been able to exchange money. Which brings me to today. So I get on the bus, I take a seat, I happen to look up, boom, there he is. He's sitting like a little far from me, but like where I can see him, like I'm facing him, he's facing me, and I'm just like, shit. So here's where my acting skills come in. I'm just like, okay, you know, take a little look out the window, and then I just like, thank God I downloaded an episode of Sons of Anarchy on Netflix, so I just watched that the whole bus ride. Why? When I come back to get on the bus to go back home, he's on the bus again. And I was just like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Especially because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go check out the secondhand store today. which means that I have to get off a stop further than I normally do, which happens to be his stop. So, well, that was great. But he didn't say anything to me, I didn't say anything to him, and I'm guessing that's just how it's gonna be. And that's okay with me, because I have girlfriends now. My class starts very, very soon, so I'm gonna try to say this as fast as I can. This morning while I was walking to the bus, I was like a block away and I saw it pass me, and I was just like, okay. I didn't even get mad. I was just like, you know what? It happens. The only bad thing is that my host dad was still in the house, so I didn't want to like go back to the house, and he's like, oh, what happened? You missed the bus? So I proceeded to walk to the bus stop, and I had nothing in mind. I had no hopes. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here, and whatever happens, happens. If someone happens to feel sorry and they're like, oh wow, look at that girl, then I don't know. I really didn't know. So less than like a minute of standing there, I see a car pull up, and they're like, come on, get in. And I got so scared because I thought it was my host dad, and I thought he was gonna be like, yo, why'd you miss the bus? But it actually turned out to be, I don't know if you guys remember, but way back when, on my very first day of class, a guy from my class, he offered me a ride home when he found out we lived in the same town. So it was him. Yo, and I tell you, I was so happy. When I got in the car, I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, thank you. He was like, put your seatbelt on. And that was it. That was it the whole entire car ride. He didn't say anything to me, and I was just like, okay. So I did my homework during the car ride, and like tried my best not to sing, because I was like really happy. I'm like, yo, I don't have to take the bus. I was mad happy, but I tried my best not to sing, which is really hard. And then it wasn't until we got out of his car that he was like, then he started talking to me, you know, Anyway, then he started talking to me, and I was just like, okay. Whew. He even offered me a ride home, which I thought was nice. So I'm gonna be smart this time, and I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna hope that nothing else comes from this. But yes, I'm just happy that everything worked out this morning, because otherwise I was gonna go back home and like have another Deja school session. So I just wanted to share that. I completely, absolutely understand how when people don't understand a language or don't know how to say the language in whichever country that they're in, why they either just don't talk or they like kind of don't try, because it's so scary. Like today, after class, I decided to try this new place out, and I think it's a Turkish place, and I tried. I could not pronounce any of the words, so instead, you know, thank God they have numbers. That's why numbers are great. So there's so many cars. So me, I just went with the classic. I was like Nummer 1, which is number 1. But then the guy, he's like, no, I don't know. He said a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, and I don't know what he meant, but I think he meant something like the one that I ordered is for a different day. I have no idea. All I know is someone else had ordered something, and I was just so like over it already. So I was just like, can I have that? Like I pointed to that, and then he kept speaking German, and then he looked at me, he's like, English? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like, he pointed to some other people in their shop that also spoke English. So like they helped me out, thank goodness. And then it came to a point where basically everyone in the shop was helping me out and like speaking English to me, and I was just like, I'm trying. I really am trying, but like, yo, these conjugations and like the order of the words, and like having the noun here and the I don't get it. But Ich verstehe ein bisschen Deutsch. But I understand a very little bit, like so little bit. So I'll be trying, but anyway, I ordered me some food. I don't know what it is, but it was from a Turkish restaurant, a Turkish like little walk-in place, and it was a decent amount of people, so I'm guessing it's good. This might not mean a lot to other people, but the minute I walked into their bra section, I saw my size, and that like never happens, ever, 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 like ever. So yes, you're amazing. That made me feel really good about myself. They have lace, they have different colors. They actually look sexy. Like I would actually feel like, oh, let me show my bra off, even though I don't got nobody to show it to, but like they actually look really nice. Second month being here. Cue fireworks. So you can say I'm pretty much getting the hang of a lot. Definitely not everything. Still struggling with the language. Still struggling with people not leaving me alone. On the bright side, I feel like this week I've accomplished a lot, and I feel good about that. So like I finally got a German number. I finally found the place, a bank that will exchange my American money, because I still have some American money. And what else? I just found like a lot of resources this week, and not I, but like with the help of my friends and my family, especially, like I was able to like gather enough information to get the ball rolling. So like I'm really happy about that. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate your support and you keeping up with me. You know, I always try to keep as many people as I can, friends and family, up to date with what I'm doing and what's going on, because it's hard to like always be reaching out to each person individually. So I'm glad that I have this, so that way if you want to know, just come here. If you got questions, that's what phones are for. You let me know, or if you want to write me a letter, it's up to you. But yeah, so until next time. Oh, that should have been a snap. Okay, I didn't like that. Wait, hold on. Until next time,